Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Lively, and we're back to talk about drawing again today in our writing class. The things that we've been drawing this week are important things that we might want to write a story about. And today we're going to be learning how to draw a car. Hopefully, you've watched the story that I posted. It's called My Car, and there was a great picture of a little car in it. And we're going to kind of review that today in our lesson. But I'd like to go back and talk to you a little bit about some of the things that you've been drawing. Hopefully, you've had a chance to draw a picture of a person, and you might try drawing that person doing something, running or jumping. You may also try drawing a house. Miss Lovely decided to draw East Side, and I labeled it. I put East Side on here, and we learned how to draw a cat and a dog. There's the dog, and then we learned how to draw a cat. And remember, I wanted you to practice labeling. So after you had drawn it, you were supposed to draw a line. Remember, draw a line and then write the word on the line and use your ABC chart. And keep all these drawings because we're going to share those this week. So after you've listened to the book, My Car, then we're going to learn how to draw a car. And this is Miss Lively's car that she drew. It's a little bubble car. And let's notice some of the shapes in the bubble car. We see a big rectangle, and we see some circles, and we see a big oval right here. And notice that Miss Lively's trying to add some detail to her pictures as I draw. I'm putting a sky and maybe the sun at the top up here. On this one, I put a road down here at the bottom. So when you draw your car, you might want to think about adding some detail like that. So let's get started. So we're going to think about the shapes that we're going to use today. We're going to use a rectangle. Oh, Miss Lovely's got to click on the pen. So we're going to use a rectangle, and we're going to use a big circle, and we're going to use kind of an arch shape. Okay, kind of like a rainbow shape. So Lovely's going to scroll down a little bit, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the rectangle, because that's the main part of the car. And we're going to put a little square here in the middle, and then we're going to do a little line for a door. So there's the main body of our car. And then we're just going to do that little arch. This is just a simple little car. And then we're going to add some big circles for the wheels. And notice how I just went over top of my line. Okay, remember you're drawing this in pencil, because if we start with crayon, then we can't erase. And we're probably going to make a few mistakes, and that's okay. And we want to be able to erase. If we start with crayon, then we can't erase. So we're going to draw another little circle inside to give it the detail of the wheel. Okay. And we've got to have a window. So we're going to kind of bring that down right here so we have a front window. Okay. And we can add some detail, like another rainbow shape for the light. You might want to put a little light on the front of your car. And maybe even another little light back here, because sometimes there's a little light back here. Okay, so now you have a little car. So after you've drawn in pencil, then remember you can go back and you can use your crayons. We could make it red. So we could trace over it with our red crayon. Okay. And we could color the inside of it. Okay, oh, Miss Lovely kind of messed up right there. Okay. We'll fix that right there. There we go. And you could color it in. And try to stay in the lines the best you can. We're learning. So you may be asking, why are we doing all this drawing? So think back to that very first week when we talked about what writers do. Writers think, and then they draw, and then they label. So you're learning all of these new things. So we wanted to teach you how to draw. So when you're ready to draw your stories and your ideas, you'll know how to do that. And our pictures are just as important as our words. Our pictures help tell the story. Just like our books that we've been looking at, the Todd Parr books, these pictures are just as important as the words. The pictures can tell the story. Just like this picture of the boys and girls playing, picking flowers and playing soccer. Even if we didn't have the words, we knew and we know what's happening in this picture. So that's what we want you to do, is learn how to draw so that your pictures can be just as important as your words, because our pictures help tell the story. So after you have practiced drawing these shapes, the rectangle and the circle and the rainbow shape, then you can draw the car. And then you can also add some details, like maybe a road down here at the bottom. Okay, you could draw some lines to make it look like the car's on the road. How cool is that? You could add maybe some clouds up here. Okay, and you could add the sun. Give it the rays. So those are some things that you could add to your picture. If all you drew is the car, that's okay. And then we're ready to label. So we know when we label, we give something a name. So we're going to draw a line, and we're going to practice writing that word car. Using our resources over here, there's that sound. We hear the letter C. So we can draw the letter C. We pull back and around. And R. Now remember, we're learning how to recognize and hear the sounds. We might not hear all of them. R. What do you hear? R. I hear an R. R. So we're going to write the letter R. Those are the sounds that we hear. To actually spell car is C-A-R. Now, if you didn't get the A, that's okay. You wrote the sounds that you hear. And that's what we're wanting you to do, is use your chart and write the sounds that you hear and find those letters on your chart. Remember, we're practicing using our resources and practicing drawing this week and labeling. So we're putting all those things together. So boys and girls, all those pictures that you've been drawing all week, a picture of the person, a picture of the house, a picture of the cat and dog, and now the car, are all going to be shared on Friday at our Google Meet. So if you'll meet me on Friday and share some of those things that you've drawn, I cannot wait to see all of your hard work. I hope things at home are going well, and we can't wait to talk to you on Friday. See you soon.